Hello, you lovely person, you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for taking time out of your day and stopping in to watch me pour paint. You are so welcome, and I am so thankful that you're here. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and let's get to painting. Hi! Here we go again. My hope painting is drying. I thought it looked a little busy, but my husband, he seems to think it looks okay, so we are just going to stick with it. It's drying though. I haven't even tried to take the letters off yet because it's still too liquid. And I think that if I pull the letters off too soon, my paint is just going to fill in the areas anyway. So I have my last of my $3 store canvases that I bought, and I have a new pouring medium because I used up all of my Elmer's glue pouring medium. So this time I'm using, and this is just the Craft brand glue, white glue, plain old white glue from the dollar store. It costs $1.25 for 4 ounces. So I had 2 of them that were in my craft drawer. So I mixed them, again, not quite half and half with water, but pretty close. About one of these to 3/4 of water. So I mixed 2 of them and like 1.5 of water. So, and really you can hear it when it's liquidy enough, I think. Right? I mean, listen. It's pretty liquidy. You can hear that, and it might be a little more difficult to see. I'm not sure. I know my lighting in here sucks, I swear. When we get to the other room, the lighting is going to be so much better. You're going to be so happy. I'm going to be so happy. Anyway, anywho, I'm going to do another double flip. Since I've done that with the other 2, I'm going to go ahead and do it with this one as well. Might as well. Can never have too much practice, and besides, I can't do a Dutch pour, so anyway, just a little bit of white this time in the bottom. I think I've been getting maybe a little bit too much white. And I didn't like, the last time I poured, I put white between every layer, and I found that just made everything really busy to me. Like there was too many lines. Things weren't mixing together enough because the white was separating everything. So that kind of bothered me. So I have some, this is the Peacock Blue. We're going to go ahead and use it. And I think again I'm going to do my, no, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do them in the same order, but there's a little Peacock Blue for that. Let's start with the lilac for this. So my paints now, because I poured a little out and used a little bit of it, there was enough room in there that I could pour my pouring medium, my pouring medium straight in there. And these are now liquidy enough that I can pour them straight out of the bottle. So that's super handy. This one here, we're going to start with this lilac. So I'm going to stick with blues this time. Blues and a lilac, I think, and maybe a turquoise. So this then is my tropical blue. Can you see that there? Tropical blue. Someday I'll actually have you hooked up so I can see the screen at the same time that you can see the screen, and I'll know what's going on up there. But right now I can't see you. Anyway, we'll pour a little of that in there. And a little of that in there. And then I've got this Copenhagen blue, which I may have mentioned that I'm not super happy with it. It's a little dull for my taste. And yesterday I had mixed it with a lime green or a neon green and got some pretty neat effects, but I don't know, it's a little bit boring to me. But let's put a little bit of pink in this one. It's not pink, sorry, it's lavender. And then I also have some of this African violet mixed up. So I didn't have quite enough room in the bottle to put as much as I wanted to, so that should mix lovely. So they're not quite the same, but I am following kind of a similar pattern, I guess. Go with some more of this blue. And it's almost gone, so maybe we'll finish off with that. Let's try a little more of the tropical. A little bit more of the African violet. And then a little bit more oh, we haven't thrown any peacock blue in yet. So let's throw in a touch. Oh, we did, because that's what my main blue is. Sorry. That's what this is peacock blue. Oopsie. Anyway. Not quite enough paint. So a little bit of that in there. And a little bit of that in there. And what else? Oh, what the heck. Just for fun, let's throw in a little bit of this turquoise. We'll just see what happens. Just a little. We'll put it over here on this side in the darker color. That's enough colors. I think that's what, 5 colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is it? 6. Anyway, enough. It's enough colors. I am going to pour a little bit more white on all of these, both of these. I want it to peep out first. Maybe I don't. Maybe I want to add that and that. Yeah, let's use that up. Put it there, put it there. And then we've got just a little bit more of this blue. Actually, I've got some drying over here, so I can just put you guys right there. Okay, so I have seen some people who go in there with a stick and they go 1, 2, and they give it a little bit of a mix. So I'm going to do that in one of my cups, and I am not going to do it in the other cup. How's that for crazy? So I didn't put any of the WD-40 in again because the last time I did, it didn't really make any difference. So what the heck, why bother, right? So I did order some Floetrol. So we'll see what happens with that. I did like the Elmer's glue so far. I liked it better than the Mod Podge because I did actually get some cells, especially when I had a torch that was working. So that was kind of cool. And we'll see about what this other white glue does. So I think we're gonna again flip in the corners. And let's call it 1, 2, 3. Ah, that went all over the place. 1, 2, oh, I think I need to start like this, right? 1, 2, 3. Much better. So let's get some white on here. Out here on the edges especially. I didn't use quite as much white this time to flood. I do have, of course, more in my other bottle. It sure does use a lot of white paint. Now, when I did my 3D pours, I didn't really use so much white paint because I didn't flood them. But then on my last one that I did, I probably should have flooded it because it ended up, it wouldn't coat. Like there were some areas of it that just wouldn't coat, right? So anyway, it is what it is. C'est la vie. Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful colors coming out here. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we're going to do a little bit different this time. We're going to swoosh over here a little bit, and then we're going to bring it back and let it out here. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. Oh, and this one here. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, which way do we want to go? Let's go a little bit this way. And then we'll come a little bit this way. And we'll let her out there. Oh. Now again, I don't have a torch right now. I have ordered one, but I'm just setting those down on that black mat that I was using earlier. Oh, look at those beautiful colors. So I am going to blow on it because my hot air somehow seems to be effective. Apparently. Alrighty, so let's do some tilting. And this is how she turned out. I personally think it's pretty spectacular, but I could be a little prejudiced, I'll admit it. So you'll have to let me know what you think in the comments. I think the colors just are spectacular. They really blended nicely together, and you can see all those little cells coming out, which is kind of surprising to me considering the craft glue that I was using as a pouring medium. That actually worked out quite nicely. So I'm quite pleased. And again, the Deco Art paints, it's the only paint that I've used. So I don't really have anything to compare it with, but it really does move nicely and smoothly across the canvas. Now that I've learned that you have to flood it first, that certainly made a big difference. So again, tell me what you think in the comments. If you have any tips or suggestions, I would appreciate that. Please, no negativity. I just don't have time for that. I'll probably just delete it and not post it anyway. So there's not really much point in posting anything negative. But I certainly do welcome any kind of constructive criticism or any kind of interesting comments. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic day. I thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate that you're here and that you've taken the time out of your day to have some fun with me pouring paint. I hope you'll come back again soon. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and share, and I hope to see you soon.